Earlier this year, David Meerman Scott released his second edition of his best-selling book, The New Rules of Marketing and PR. It's a great read and I recommend it. In fact, it's been on the required reading list for past employees of the Marketing Spot. But even David says you cannot forget the traditional media and their importance in a publicity campaign. And I think that's especially true for local businesses. Don't forget about the traditional media and trying to get press. But it's not done the way that you used to do it. So first I'd like to give you my formula for getting publicity in the local traditional media. First, be notable, meaning have something to say that's out of the ordinary. Everyday occurrences, sales, new hires, not notable. Second, it needs to be noteworthy, meaning most normal people will think it's interesting. They'll be glad they received this new piece of information. So selfish, self-promotion about how great your service is or your new line of products, not noteworthy. Get noticed. Call somebody. Let the media know. Don't just hope because you're doing something cool that the media will notice. Give them a shove in the right direction. This is one of our 2 local city magazines. We're very lucky to have 2 quality magazines in a city the size of Waco. In this month's issue, there's a multi-page feature on a local refurbished historic theater just outside of Waco. These 3 full pages would have cost a few $1,000s to run, but the Cliff Tex Theater got it for free. Now, I spoke with the author of this story, Carl Hoover. He's the local entertainment reporter for the newspaper and this magazine. And he said he learned about the story from a friend of the owner who also used to do some work on the Baylor Alumni magazine, a friend of a friend. And he said what catches his eye is an interesting person with an interesting story. Now, here's Carl Hoover's tips on how to get publicity with your local media. The first thing he said is, hey, call him on the phone with an idea or a story. Don't worry about typing up a formal news release. No, you don't have to know how to type up the perfect press release. In fact, you'll probably be better off getting attention if you go ahead and call the reporter up. His second tip was do your homework on the media. Different editors handle different stories. Know who you are calling. So check before you call with a story at the newspaper, at the TV station, at the radio station. Find out who is the best person to contact. Third, provide the contact information for the actual person with the details on the story. Be easy to get in contact with for more information about what you want the reporter to write about. Fourth, have an awareness of deadlines. The earlier the better. The closer to the date, the less flexibility the media have, the less likely it will be covered. Fifth, and maybe most important, uniqueness. What makes this story different from the other things like it? He suggests you go ahead and read the publication, watch the TV station, listen to the radio station to see what is newsworthy. So while the internet is important for getting publicity for your business, it's not the only way. Take the time to get noticed by your local traditional media with something that's notable and noteworthy, and maybe you will find yourself getting some publicity. It may actually be the better way for local businesses.